Today I'm going to do a complete review of the Martini-Henry Mark IV. I purchased mine from International Military Antiques. It came in yak grease, brick dust, everything that was found at that palace. So it took me about a couple of weeks to clean it up, but it came out very nicely, I think. As you can see here on the stock, the different markings. Mine came from Madras Arsenal. Don't believe it was used by the British. It was probably more of a parade, probably used for drill practice, things like that. The bore was immaculate. Had strong rifling in it still, so I doubt that it was shot very much. I went ahead and I purchased the white buff sling for it, just to kind of give it that imperial look. There really wasn't anything wrong with the rifle that I saw, except for right here, there is a small gash in it, but instead of repairing it, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It kind of speaks for its history a little bit. There's a little bit of pitting right here, if you can see that, but it's not anything to weaken the integrity of the barrel or anything. It does shoot great. This particular model or rifle was made in 1887, and one of the things that I find interesting is the fact that here in America we were still using the trapdoor Springfield. To the best of my knowledge, I think that soldiers could privately purchase their own weapons. I think a lot of them got the Henry repeaters, but I find it interesting that today America is supposed to be the most technologically advanced fighting force in the world, but at that time it was Great Britain, and they had a very simple, geniusly designed rifle that is so easy to operate. You know, you just pull the lever, load your shell in, flip it up, and you're ready to fire. The barrel does heat up very quickly after successive firing. One of my videos, I fired, I think it was 24 rounds in like a minute and a half, and the barrel heated up insanely hot. I accidentally touched it and it burnt my hand very, very badly. And at Works Drift, I believe they were able to get off, I think it was like 20,000 rounds, or over 20,000 in the span of like 12 hours. So you can imagine the rate of fire that was going on for this rifle. You do have to either buy the ammunition, which is very expensive, or you can make your own. I make my own. I do order my bullets offline, and then I paper patch them myself with printer paper, and it works just fine. I had to custom order the shells, which are resized 24 gauge shotgun shells. I hand seat my primer, load 80 grains of double F black powder, and then I get about an ounce of wool and I stuff it on top of the powder to kind of compact it. And then I put a piece of cardboard on top of the wool and my grease cookie, which I make out of beeswax and like coconut oil. And then on top of that, I put another cardboard wad, and then I seat my bullet. The grease cookie, like the beeswax and everything, actually seals up the bullet so it doesn't move around. So that's pretty interesting. Very easy to hand load once you get the stuff to do it. And then this is it's not designed for the Martini-Henry, but it does fit it. I got it off eBay for $28, so I figured I couldn't really pass it up. But it does fit for the Martini-Henry. It's actually for the French chess pot, and instead of having a brass handle like this one does, the Martini-Henry would have, I believe it was a wooden handle. but it's quite interesting when you put it on there to see how you can fight your enemies with that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a quick shot with this and let's see how that goes. So like I said earlier, it's very simple to operate. You just pull down on your lever and insert your bullet. Pull up on the lever. There is no safety on these. I think later versions had safeties on it, but this one does not. So be very careful when you do get yours and you're out of the range and you're trying to fumble around with your rounds and everything. And 50 yards, I get pretty good results. 100 yards, still trying to figure out where it shoots at. But here it goes. And it ejects it just like that.